Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Danny's Skylight Room. Before we begin this evening, I'd like to take this time to have a couple of brief announcements. The first is this is a non-smoking room. Secondly, I ask anyone who has a cell phone or pager to please turn it off at this point in time. Thank you and enjoy the show. Danny's is proud to present Judith Unmasked, Facades and Masks in Life, Love, and Theater.
It's become very obvious that friends are the most important thing. And in this last bit of time, 6 weeks or so, that's things that my grandparents told me have echoed in my head. But finally, the leaves in Midtown Manhattan are turning yellow, and it's really wonderful to have all of you here. Tonight's show is about masks and facades. They have always intrigued me. What is revealed and what is hidden. And tonight we'll explore that through the lyrics and music of the songwriters, through the words of a certain playwright, some people could guess who I chose, and through the masks themselves. Happy here with this lonely game we play, looking for words to say, searching but not finding, understanding anyway. In this masquerade, I hear it still. I always will. Both afraid to say we're just too far away from being close together from the start. We tried to talk it over, but the words got in the way. We're lost inside this lonely game we play. When we played our charade, we were like children posing. I hear it still. I always will. Best on the bill. Charade. This next song is by Rupert Holmes. It's called The Phantom of the Opera. And it's his own particular take on the Phantom. And I'm very honored to have this song to sing. I emailed an address on the CD, and he sent me the music and a lovely note wishing us all luck. And I think he's a very generous artist. I wrote a song tonight, but no one else will hear it. Although my voice rings long. If you were once to see my face, I know you'd fear it. Your scream will drown my song. Just what my voice has got to do with what I'm saying never has been clear to me. How could my features change my words? Is what I'm saying something you don't hear but see? I am your phantom who is hidden in the curtain or in the chandelier. I may be hidden in the wings, you may be certain. My watchful eyes are here. I hope and wait to see if time will bring a new crowd who will judge me differently. But every night they say the orchestra is too loud, but they love the scenery. You don't know what a lovely song I'd sing each hour We're on a carousel, a crazy carousel. And now we go around again, we go around, and now we spin around. We're high above the ground and down again around, and up again around. So high above the ground, we feel we've got to yell. We're on a carousel, a crazy carousel. We're on a Ferris wheel, a crazy Ferris wheel. A wheel within a wheel, and suddenly we feel the stars begin to reel, and up again around, and down again around, and up again around. So high above the ground, we feel we've got to yell. We're on a carousel, a crazy carousel. Carnivals and cotton candy, carousels and calliopes, cutesy dolls with painted faces, tricky shell games and missing peas. Merry-go-round, quickly turning, turning, turning for you and me. And the whole world madly turning, 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 till you can't see. We're on a carousel, a crazy carousel. And now we go around again, we go around, and now we spin around. We're high above the ground, we have to get around, and up again around. So high above the ground, we feel we've got to yell. We're on a carousel, a crazy carousel. We're on a Ferris wheel, a crazy Ferris wheel. A wheel within a wheel, and suddenly we feel the stars begin to reel, and up we get around, and down we get around, and up we get around. So high above the ground, we feel we've got to yell. We're on a carousel, a crazy carousel. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 Actually, I don't need this. Okay, I said also through the words of playwrights. And I said also that some of you might know which playwright I chose. And you're right. So I'm going to set this up. Although you might not need it. We're going to do a scene. Rosalind has been banished to the forest by her uncle, the Duke, as has her father, the rightful Duke. She dresses up as a young man, disguises herself, and even her own father will not recognize her. And she's in the forest, and she finds some very bad love poetry. Very bad. But no love poetry is really that bad. I mean, it's just nice. And then she discovers that this man she fell in love with at first sight is writing it, and it's about her. So, Ted will, if you haven't guessed, Ted will let you know who the playwright is.
The girls today in society go for classical poetry. To win their hearts, one must flow with ease. Aeschylus and Euripides. One must know Homer and believe me both. Sophocles, also Sappho, unless you know Shelley and Keats and Pope. Dainty Tabbies will call you a dope, but the poet of them all, who will stardom simply raving, is the poet people call the Bard of Stratford on Avon. Brush up your Shakespeare, start quoting him now. Brush up your Shakespeare, and the women you will wow. nature presently distilled Helen's cheek, but not her heart, Cleopatra's majesty, Atalanta's better part, sad Lucretia's modesty. Thus, Rosalind of many parts by heavenly synod was devised, of many faces, eyes, and hearts, to have the touch's dearest prize.
Heaven would that she these gifts should have, and I to live and die her slab.
Well, it has to rhyme.
Heaven would these gifts should have, and I to live. Heaven would these gifts should have, and I to live and die her slab. Heaven would these gifts should have, and I to live and die her slab.
I'll speak to him like a son. And under that habit, play the knave with him. Do you hear, Forrester?
Very well. What would you?
I pray you, what is it, o'clock?
You should ask me what time of day. There's no clock in the forest.
Well then, there is no true lover in the forest, and sighing every minute and groaning every hour will detect the lazy foot of time as well as a clock.
Where dwell you, pretty youth?
With the shepherdess, my sister. You're in the skirts of the forest like the fringe on the petticoat.
Are you native of this place?
As the coney you see dwell where she is kindled.
Your accent is something finer than you could purchase in so removed a dwelling.
I have been told so by many. But indeed an old religious uncle of mine taught me to speak, who was in his youth an inland man. One who knew courtship too well, for there he fell in love. I've heard him read many lectures against it, and I thank God I am not a woman to be touched with so many giddy offenses as he hath generally taxed their whole sex withal.
Do you remember any of the principal evils that he laid to the charge of women?
There were none principal. They were all like one another as halfpence are. Each one thought seeming monstrous till his fellow fault came to match it.
I prithee recount some of them.
No, I will not cast away my physic but on those that are sick. There is a man haunts the forest who abuses our young plants with carving Rosalind on their barks, hangs odes upon hawthorns and elegies on brambles, all forsooth deifying the name of Rosalind. If I could meet that fancy monger, I'd give him some good counsel, for he seems to have the quotidian of love upon him.
I am he that am so love-shaped. I pray you, tell me your remedy.
There is none of my uncle's marks upon you. He taught me how to know a man in love, in which case of rushes I am sure you are not prisoner.
What were his marks?
A lean cheek, which you have not. A blue eye and sunken, which you have not. An unquestionable spirit, which you have not. A beard neglected, which you have not, but I pardon you for that. Then your hose should be ungartered, your bonnet unbanded, your sleeve unbuttoned, your shoe untied, and everything about you demonstrating hell's desolation. But you are no such man. You're rather plank to beast, and you're ultra loving yourself rather than seeming the lover of any other.
I swear to the youth, I would have thee believe I love.
Me believe it. You may as well soon make her that you love believe it, which I warrant she's after to do, to confess she does. But in good sooth, are you he that hangs the verses on the trees wherein Rosalind is so admired?
Fair youth, I swear by the fair hand of Rosalind, I am that he, that unfortunate he.
But are you so much in love as your rhymes speak?
Neither rhyme nor reason can express how much.
Love is merely a madness, and
Yes.
deserves as well a dark house and a whip as madmen do. And the reason they are not so punished and cured is that the lunacy is so ordinary that the whippers are in love too. Yet I profess curing it by counsel.
Did you ever cure any so?
Yes, one, and in this manner. He was to imagine me his love, his mistress. And I set him every day to woo me,
At which time would I, being but the moonish youth, grieve, be effeminate, changeable, longing, liking, proud, fantastical, apish, full of tears, full of smiles, every passion something, and for no passion truly anything, as boys and women are cattle at this hour, would now like him, now loathe him, then entertain him, then forswear him, now weep for him, then spit on him, till I drave my suitor from his mad humor of love to a living humor of madness, which was to forswear the full stream of the earth, and to live in a monastic. And thus I cured him. And thus will I set upon me to wash your liver as clean as a sound sheep's heart, so there shall not be one spot of blood on it.
I would not be cured, youth.
I would cure you, if you would but come to my coat and woo me, holy Rosalind.
Now, by the faith of my love, I will. Tell me where it is.
I will, and I'll show it to you, and you must tell me where you live. Come, will you go?
With all my heart, good youth.
Nay, you must call me Rosalind. Well, wait a minute. Yeah, we need it.
Thank you, Jack.
Oh,
Thank you.
Thank you. Jack reminds me that there's another aspect, which is the facade, where the character is not actually dressed with something hiding his disguise, but someone like Iago, who makes Othello think he's telling him the truth. And of course, the master of all, Richard III, the master of the facade. I dubbed him. The scene, he becomes king. He doesn't end well, but this is just moving down, excuse me. He becomes king in the end, but he doesn't end that well, although he does become king by lying to everyone and having many people murdered. And there's that wonderful scene with Lady Anne. She's in front of the coffin in the beginning of the scene. She's mourning the death. The corpse of her father-in-law is there, who Richard has murdered as he has murdered her husband. And so when he comes out, of course, she's spewing at him. But by the end of the scene, Richard is so amazing that he offers, and she takes his ring. To take is not to give, she says, and leaves the corpse in Richard's charge. And she's in love with Richard. And Richard turns from her to the audience. And he's pretty proud of himself and quite amazed. He says, "Was ever woman in this humor wooed? Was ever woman in this humor won? I'll have her, but I will not keep her long. Shine out, fair sun, till I have brought a glass, that I may see my shadow as I pass." There's a face that we show in the cold light of day. It's society's mask, it's society's way. And the truth is that it's all a facade. There's a face that we hide till the nighttime appears, and what's hiding inside behind all of our fears is our true self, locked inside the facade. life is terribly hard when your life's a facade. Look around you, I have found you cannot tell by looking, but the sun is what is lurking within. See that face come on and try to bet you what you see, not what you get, 'cause man's a master of deceit. So what is the sin? It's the secret. The lie he will tell you is true. That each man you meet on the street is a one man but you. Each and every one you see like him and her and you and me pretends to be a pillow. Society, a bottle of propriety, sobriety and piety who shudders at the thought of variety. The ladies and gents here before you, which none of them ever admits. They have saintly looks, but they're sinners and crooks, they're hypocrites. There are preachers who kill, there are killers who preach, there are teachers who lie, there are liars who teach. Take your pick here, 'cause it's all a facade. There's nothing but truth, he is evil and good, and he walks the fine line we'd all cross if we could. I'm waiting to break through the facade. 1, 2, find the kind of will to do. Ha! There is vanity and you, like some fear. I'm inclined to say half and time. Think the other half is mine. Wouldn't be surprised if they're all in cahoots. At the end of the day, they don't know what they say. They don't say what they mean. They don't ever come. And the answer is it's all a facade. And no one but truth. He is evil and good, and he walks the fine line we all cross. The nightmare we can never discard. So we stay on our guard. So we love the facade. What's behind the facade? The facade. Yes, now it's long overdue. We're going to introduce the musicians. On drums, I met Chris just the other day. Chris Kearns. He's little ticket here. Oh yes, he's so enthusiastic. And he gives me the ink spots. So we have a little surprise, just a momentary surprise. And a surprise for you.
It had to be you. It had to be you, Judith, tonight. Nobody else would do, but Judith is you.
And he's so good looking with that orange face. Thank you. John Rush on bass. Many of us know him. And John, he's always a pleasure to have up here. The audience always tells me they enjoy watching him and his music. And he just was with the Monk Institute recently. And we're in California there. So all the musicians. And of course, on piano, the musical director and great friend to many of us, and it's wonderful, wonderful. You see his name around town. You see him playing more and more places around town, and with so many different people. Ted Firth. He might be making faces. He's going to start playing. I can't say anymore. He might be making faces, but I mean, it's just such a pleasure to sing when he plays. And thank you, Ted. My blue horizon is turning gray, and my dreams are drifting away. Your eyes don't shine how they used to shine. And the thrill is gone when lips meet mine. I'm afraid the masquerade is over. And so is love, and so is love. Your words don't mean what they used to mean. They were once inspired, now they're just routine. I'm afraid the masquerade is over. And so is love. And so is love. I guess I'll have to play Pagliacci and get myself a clown's disguise and learn to laugh like Pagliacci. With tears in my eyes, you look the same. You're not the same. But my heart says no, no, you're not the same. drop the masks of facades entirely and speak from the one true place. And this song also is wonderful because it was written by someone I knew when I was about 6. You know, a time when you do speak from your heart. David Friedman wrote this song. And I sing it all to you. Here we are, you and I at last, at the right place, at the right time. Everything I dreamed has come to pass, 'cause you're right here, and you're all mine. I can't believe the years of holding back are through, and I can finally share what's in my heart with you. Listen, listen, listen to my heart, listen to it sing. Listen to my voice, it wants to tell you everything. There's so much to say, I don't know where to start. But if you want to know how much I love you, listen to my heart. All my life I've been on a road, going one way, toward one dream. The road would wind, and down it I would go, always searching, never finding. But even in my darkest hour, I always knew that someday, somehow, the road would lead to you. And words can't express how my heart's filled with happiness. Listen to it, listen to my heart. Listen to it sing. Listen to my voice, and it will tell you everything. Listen to my song. Listen to it soar. I've waited my whole life for this one moment. I'm not waiting anymore. Listen to my heart as it cries for all the years that it was lonely. Listen to my heart as it smiles to know that now after so long I can finally sing my song, and you're here and you're listening, you're listening. pleasure or the price I have to pay. Maybe the song that summer sings, maybe the chill that autumn brings, maybe 100 different things within the measure of a day. He may be the beauty or the beast, maybe the famine or the feast, may turn each day into a heaven or a hell. He may be the mirror of my dreams, a smile reflected in a stream. He may not be what he may seem inside his shell. He who always seems so happy in a crowd, whose eyes can be so private and so proud. No one's allowed to see them when they cry. He may be the love that cannot hope to last, may come to me from shadows of the past that I'll remember till the day I die. He may be the reason I survive, the why and wherefore I'm alive, and I'll care for through the rough and ready years. Me, I'll take his laughter and his tears and make them all my souvenirs. For when he goes, I've got to be. The meaning of my life is he. Okay, now, well, I have the oh, excuse me, I'm rushing myself. Thank you. Okay. The next is a song by a very famous, wonderful New Yorker. Yay for New York. Was written in 1915 by Irving Berlin. Old man Rosenthal lay sick in bed. Soon the doctor came around and said, "No use crying, the man is dying. He can't live very long. Send my son here to my side." They heard the old man say, "I have got something to tell him before I pass away." Soon his son was sitting by his bed. "What's the matter, Papa dear?" he said. The old man said, "My son, before my days are done, I want you to know. Cohen owes me $97, and it's up to you to see that Cohen pays. I sold a lot of goods to Rosenstein and Son on it. I owe you for 90 days. Levi Brothers don't get any credit. He owes me for 100 yards of lace. If you promise me, my son, to collect from everyone, I can die lights up in just 1 week, what should take weeks and weeks. Everyone who knew that he was sick couldn't tell how he got well so quick. They went and asked him to explain how he pulled through. Rosenthal replied, Cohen owes me $97, and my son went out and made poor Cohen pay. A bill was owed to me by Rosenstein and Sons, and they settled on that very day. What did my son do with all that money? If I should leave it all and say goodbye, it's so right to pass away, but when people start to pay, that's no time for a businessman to die. It's so right to pass away, but when people start to pay, that's no time for a businessman to die. Okay, now lights up. I just want to see if I see a couple of costumes. Yes,
Yes.
Judy and Lois. How about anybody else? Masks, costumes. Of course, our drummer. Yes. Yes, he. So have that. Stand up. Lights.